Hello there, everybody. I'm Richard Osman, and this is my House of Games. You know how it works by now. I have 4 contestants playing all week to win this trophy. Now, we had a great show yesterday, and that was thanks to these 4 contestants, and they are Charlene White, Gregg Wallace, Holly Walsh, and Chris Hollins. Welcome back, all 4 of you. What a show we had. 3 points. 3 points between all 4 of you, Charlene.
Yes.
It was good, right?
It was good. I was panicked at the start.
Yes.
But then I redeemed myself.
Slow start, very strong middle.
Yeah.
And then, disappointing end.
Yeah. I'm hoping for more from myself today, Richard.
We all are. Greg, are you hoping of more of yourself this time?
Yeah, I think I'm beginning to realise which rounds I'm better at.
But a good performance yesterday. Should we take a look at the leaderboard as it stands? Greg, you came third, so you got 2 points there. Charlene with 1 point, Chris with 3, Holly with 4. Holly, our winner yesterday, walking off with a House of Games fondue set. Pretty nice. It was a good one as well.
I used it last night as well.
Was it good?
Got pretty bad stomachache today.
Chris Hollins on the end there. Chris, a good first day from you as well. We saw Holly win that prize yesterday. Should we take a look at today's daily prizes? What you can be
I was
walking
so
away with?
pleased for her. I was really...
Oh, we're all delighted for Holly.
Yeah, we were.
I could see that, especially Greg. House of Games apron, House of Games pillow there. Gardening gloves. Nice pair of House of Games gardening gloves there, Charlene. House of Games scented candle, and look, that House of Games decanter. What would you go for, Chris, if you won today? Do you
Definitely the gloves, because they look... I don't know whether they're gardening gloves. Are they more like barbecue gloves, aren't they?
I think they look like they're going to handle nuclear waste.
I call them triple-purpose gloves. They're gardening gloves, so you can handle a pair of secateurs with them. They're barbecuing gloves, and they are also nuclear-resistant, Holly. You're quite right, so you can use it for anything. Perfect. Should we just get on with it?
Yes.
OK, let's see what round 1 is today. It is... highbrow, lowbrow. What we're going to do, I'm going to go along the line and I'm going to ask you all 2 questions, and they have the same answer. If you get it from the first question, you get 2 points. If you get it from the second question, you get 1 point, OK? Right. The first question, however, is a highbrow question, like a la-di-da, classy sort of question. You get on like a proper quiz show, like University Challenge. And the second one will have the same answer, but it'll be much more lowbrow, OK? We'll start with you, Charlene.
Oh.
Which saint, who was Pope during the reign of Constantine the Great, has a feast day dedicated to him on New Year's Eve?
Feast day, there's lots of Louis.
Name
Pope
of a
Louis, Pope Louis, Pope John, Pope...
That's a risky strategy.
Sean.
Pope Steve.
Keep going.
Steve.
And then you've got to get the number
There
right.
was a Pope Steve, wasn't it? Pope Stephen. Steve.
I'm going to have to go for lowbrow, unless it was one of those...
You can take a free guess.
Pope Steve.
Steve, or Stephen, we'll say.
Pope
sorry.
Stephen.
Pope Stephen.
Yeah.
So you're going Stephen, and here's your lowbrow. Which cartoon cat often appeared on screen with Tweety Bird?
Oh, it's gone completely from my head. I can't answer.
Nope, you're not going to go. We can throw that open.
Brain.
Holly.
Sylvester.
Sylvester. Is that the right answer? It is. Well done. Pope Sylvester, and Sylvester was with Tweety Bird. Greg, here's your highbrow question for 2 points, if you can get your answer from this. Which chemical element with the atomic number 46 was discovered in 1803 by William Hyde Wollaston? I mean...
I don't know. Hydrogen.
Hydrogen, says Greg. Let's see if you want to change your answer or say the same with your lowbrow question. In 2018, which London theatre unveiled a wall of fame that features images of entertainers including Bruce Forsyth, Cilla Black and Tom Jones?
So a theatre that's also a chemical element?
Yes.
So it's not the old Vic. Palladium? I cannot think of theatre that may be a chemical element. I really can't, no.
So Greg can't think of one? Charlene?
Criterion.
It is not Criterion, I'm afraid. Chris?
I'm going to go for the very famous theatre called the Potassium.
Is it the Potassium?
The London
It's
Potassium.
not. Holly, I mean, everyone else has had a go. You're very welcome to if you want.
I take solace in the fact that none of you can get it.
Well, I mean, the Palladiums. Palladium sounds a bit like a thing.
Yeah, I was going to go...
Palladium.
Palladium. But Greg had said that before he gave up.
Yeah, but he didn't say it properly.
He didn't say it properly. It's the correct answer. No! Palladium. Yeah.
Am I the only person disliking Holly?
To be fair, she sat back and let everyone else get it wrong
He
first.
said it.
He did say it, but he didn't give it as an answer.
Oh.
Holly.
Yeah.
Holly, it's going well for you so far.
Yeah.
For 2 points, here's your highbrow question. Which parasitical insect is the subject of an amorous metaphysical poem by John Donne, published in 1633?
What's a parasite? Like green fly and stuff like that, isn't it? Go on, I don't know. Next.
Say green fly.
Green fly.
Let's see if you stick with your answer. Let's take a look at your lowbrow question. What is the nickname of the bassist in the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh, flea.
Flea, is that right for 1 point? It is Flea, well done. Chris Hollins, here is your one. What is bigger in the title of a David Hockney painting of 1967, acquired by the Tate in 1981?
I am going to say head.
A bigger head, you're saying. Let's see if you stick with your answer. Let's take a look at your lowbrow question. In what rom-com does Alan fall in love with Madison, who's secretly a mermaid? Holly and Charlene, both of them, and Greg.
Splash.
All three of them. This is what I saw online. They're all like that. Splash. Oh.
I think we've found our level here.
So you're saying splash? Is that right? It is splash. The biggest splash for David Hockney painting. Charlene, back to you for 2 points. Which school of painting did the Carracci family develop in the 16th and 17th centuries in opposition to the Mannerist painting of the time?
It's a really interesting question.
Isn't it? I struggle to get to the end of it, if I'm honest.
Still a fascinating question.
Yeah. Which school of painting did the Carracci family develop in the 16th and 17th centuries in opposition to the Mannerist painting of the time?
I'm going to have to go for lowbrow.
And here's your lowbrow. According to the Daily Mirror, Britain's favourite family meal in 2018 was spaghetti in what Italian-sounding sauce?
It's got to be bolognese, isn't it?
You would have thought so, wouldn't you? Is it bolognese? It is bolognese. Well done. Greg, for 2 points now. OK, highbrow.
OK.
First performed in 1881 at the Opéra Comique in Paris, which Gilbert and Sullivan comic opera satirises the aesthetic craze of the period?
HMS Petticoat.
HMS Petticoat?
Yeah.
OK, let's do that. Let's see your lowbrow. What was the title of Take That's 2006 comeback single, which got to #1?
I don't know.
That's
I just don't know.
tricky one. Should we time you out?
Yeah.
As soon as you hear the wrong noise, the buzzers will be open. Huh. Anyone? Anyone at home? I think the single was Patience.
Yeah.
But is that the name of a Gilbert and Sullivan?
Yeah.
Patience,
yeah,
there you go.
right.
I've never heard of that as a Gilbert and Sullivan opera. Holly, here's your highbrow question. Which Greek god associated with navigation and horses is said to be the father of Polyphemus, the Cyclops, and Pegasus, the flying horse?
No idea.
Let's see your lowbrow. In an all-star 1972 disaster film, what's the name of the boat that capsizes near Crete? Oh,
I
Gregg
mean,
Wallace is on
I'll
his
say
buzzer.
both of them are
As is
before my
Chris.
time, I'd say.
Well, you're sitting next to two men for whom it wasn't before their time because they both
yeah, it's
put
a
their
great
fingers on the
film.
buzzer. Oh,
I don't
Wallace.
know.
Wallace has got this. Should we time you out?
Yep.
As soon as you hear the noise. Greg.
Poseidon.
Yeah.
Poseidon. Well played.
That's what that was about.
Poseidon the
Great
Vector.
film.
Yeah. We will end this round with Chris Hollins, a highbrow question for 2 points here. With which ancient ruler did Roman general Mark Antony form a society known as the Inimitable Livers?
I'll go Caesar.
Caesar.
That's
is your
not hard.
answer.
Go on then.
Yeah,
take
but
a
there
look
might
at
be a
your-
lowbrow question for that.
Let's take a look at your lowbrow question. Sisters Zainam, Cleo and Yona Higgins were all members of which girl group, coming at ya since 1998? Wallace is in, White is in, Walsh is in.
What? Sister Sledge? No.
This is like my dad at Christmas.
Now, in a way, I'm actually enjoying this more because this is really annoying, isn't it? Maybe I'm going to break you that way.
Look, all three of them are so desperate to say this.
No, I've no idea.
No idea. Second, we hear the noise. You can buzz in. Holly.
Oh, that's good.
Buzzer. Who was coming at you?
Cleopatra. I mean, it was like in the
Cleopatra
answer.
coming at
I
you.
was going to say Cleopatra. It was a Cleo, but
Yeah.
I've never heard of Cleopatra. Who are they?
Very well done. If you said that at home, that's the end of that round. Let's take a look at what it's done to the scores.
Cracks are appearing in our relationship.
Aren't they just? Chris, Greg, and Charlene, you all have 1 point. Holly, what a round for you? 4 points. Very nice.
Well done, Holly.
Thanks.
Without further ado, let's move on to round 2, and it is... You spell terrible. There's a clue in the name there, I suspect. This is a pairs game. The person in last place gets to choose their partner. Now we have 3 people in joint second, Charlene, Greg and Chris. Chris, I think you were unfairly chastised in that first round with that Cleopatra gate. Why don't you choose a partner for this round?
I mean, I would choose Holly normally, but she was
I can't
so bad
spell, yeah.
yesterday. So I'm going to break the spell. See what I did there?
Oh, clever.
And go for the opposite end of Charlene.
Ah, Charlene,
Just so
Charlene
we
and
have
Holly.
a change of partners.
Charlene and Holly, if you would change places. Charlene and Chris are playing together. Greg and Holly are playing together.
Hello.
Now, let me tell you how this round works. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. If you know the answer, buzz in and give me the answer. If it's correct, your partner then has to spell that answer.
Oh,
Okay?
no.
And only then do you get a point. Here is your first question. Named after a state in Mexico, which is the smallest dog breed? So that is Chris.
Sorry, Chihuahua.
Chihuahua is the correct answer. Charlene, 1 letter at a time, please, nice and slowly. Spell, if you can, Chihuahua.
C-H-I.
C-H-I.
W-A.
It's not, I'm
No, oh no,
afraid.
C-H-I-H.
That's a horrible start to the round. C-H-I.
H-U.
H.
I wouldn't have.
U.
A.
A.
U.
H. U. A.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. Here we go. Here's your next question. In 1983, which group had a UK #1 single with Too Shy? Yes, Greg.
Kajagoogoo.
It was Kajagoogoo.
Love that.
Now, Holly.
I could fall on the first hurdle. OK, I'm going to go with C.
Uh-oh.
That is a bad start.
Well, Cleopatra, all right.
I like the fact that Greg got in before the buzzer. Uh-oh.
So K-A.
J.
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 A.
A.
G.
G-O-O.
Kajagoo.
G-O-O. Goo.
G-O-O.
G-O-O. G-O-O.
That's it.
Ah, we got it, gents. Well done. No points for anybody.
Kajagoogoo.
Mate,
don't know
Kajagoogoo, dude.
It's going very well this round, isn't it?
Great.
Terrific stuff so
At least
far.
it's a leveller.
Here's your next question. Tea and coffee typically contain which alkaloid compound stimulant? Yes, Chris.
Caffeine.
Caffeine is the correct answer.
Good luck, mate.
Charlene, spell caffeine for me nice and slowly, letter by letter.
C-A-F-F.
C-A-F-F.
E-I-N-E.
Get in.
Is the right answer, Charlene.
That's
Well
good.
played.
That's surprisingly hard.
It's your next question. What's the answer here and how do you spell it? Which 2007 animated film about a rodent chef shares its name with a vegetable dish? Oh, no, Chris.
Good luck. Ratatouille.
It is Ratatouille. How do you... I bet,
You could
I
do
bet
this.
Reg-
I get all the
Reg-
highbrow questions.
How do
This
you
is
spell
a special
Ratatouille?
subject.
Letter by letter, Charlene, nice and slowly.
R-A.
R-A-T...
A-T.
T... No. Now, here's the... It's...
O-U.
So many people at home, by the way, have got to this stage as well. They're-
I.
Is it R? It is...
L-L-E.
Boom.
Boom! Here's the final question in this round. What's the answer and how do you spell it? What is the name of the longest side of a right-angled triangle? Oh. Yes, Holly.
Oh, no.
Trapezium.
It is not trapezium, I'm afraid. Chris.
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse is the correct answer. Can you spell hypotenuse?
H-Y-P-O-T.
Yeah, I love it.
Hypot.
O.
It is not. It is
Is it
not.
ER?
So what do we think? Hypot. N-A-E-S.
N-E-U-S-E.
And then is it U-E-S-E or
E-U-S-E, is
U-S-E?
it?
U-S-E.
See, I got the I just didn't have an O in it. I got the rest of it. I knew.
Holly and Charlene, if you swap back over, please, and we'll take a look at the scores. Going into round 3. Greg, you have 1 point.
3.
Charlene and Chris, you both have 3. Holly in the lead with 4 points. Let's start, shall we, immediately with round 3, and today it is... broken karaoke. Now we have a broken karaoke machine. We're going to show you the first letters of various famous songs. They'll come up in the rhythm that they come up in the song. You just need to tell us the names of the songs, please. Fingers on buzzers, everybody. Your first song in this round. 1984, this first song is from. Yes, Chris.
Relax, don't do it.
Yeah.
Is it Relax?
I cannot believe
Let's have a little listen.
That's brilliant.
Well done.
Amazing. Well done.
Beautiful.
Very good.
Oh, my
Lovely.
goodness, how did I get that?
Well played, Chris. It is Relax. Frankie goes to Hollywood. You get yourself a point. Your next song is from 2011. And this would be the title. Anyone? Anyone at home? Yes,
Is
Holly.
it We Found Love?
Oh, is it We Found Love? Let's take a listen. Oh, well played. By Rihanna, of course, We Found Love. Well done. Here's your next one from 2000.
Oh,
Yes, Holly.
Bob the Builder.
Let's have a little listen. Is it Bob the Builder? Yeah, we'll give you that. Actually, can we fix it? Yes, we can. Let's take a look at our scores after that round. Greg still on 1 point. It's a low-scoring show. 3 for Charlene, 4 for Chris. Holly has a 2-point lead, 6 points.
well done, Charlie.
2 rounds to go. Round 4 today. Every time I press this buzzer, a new game comes up. You don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be. Today it is. Where is Kazakhstan? Where is Kazakhstan? This is a game we play on our tablets. So tablets out, everybody. What are we going to do? We're going to show you a map. Let's see what the map is today. Europe. What we're going to do, I'm going to ask you some questions. You just need to find on the map where the answer is. The person who's nearest will win a point.
Okay.
Here's the first thing I need you to find for me. The northernmost city to host the Summer Olympic Games. What do you think at home? Charlene, what did you think the answer was?
I wasn't really.
You were just thinking it must be somewhere north.
Yeah, and just, you know, not as north as sort of places like Russia or wherever.
Where has Charlene put her answer? Oh, it's Germany. Sort of North Germany. Greg, what did you think the answer to this might
I thought it might be Moscow.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. And where have you put Moscow? Yeah, it's not far from Moscow. Holly, what did you think the answer was?
I thought it was Warsaw.
Warsaw, OK. Where have you put Warsaw? Yeah, Poland. Lovely.
Well done.
Oh,
For you.
cool.
That's a relief, isn't it? Chris, now, for many, many years, you were a sports reporter. What do you
Well,
think the
I
answer
think
was?
I was trying to work out, I thought it was Moscow too, as the northernmost.
Interesting.
So I'm not far from Greg, I don't think.
OK, let's see where Chris has gone.
I'm trying to work out where
It's
Moscow is.
very near where you and Greg are.
Ah.
The northernmost city to host the Summer Olympic Games was Helsinki
Wow.
in
The summer. That was the summer one.
Finland. Let's see, where is Helsinki and who has won the point? It is there.
Oh, that's quite tough.
Oh, that is... I think we're going to have to give them both a point. A point to Chris and a point to Greg there.
Great,
Well done.
thank you.
Here's your next one. The museum that is known in English as the Mozart Residence. A museum that is known in English as the Mozart Residence. What do you think at home? Where might that be? Greg, we will start with you. So, I mean, we don't know the answer. What would you guess the answer
Well, I'm
might be?
guessing Mozart's either German or Austrian, even though there would be no Germany at the time.
that
So
neck of
I think I put him somewhere in Germany.
OK. The sort of Berlin. Holly, what are you thinking?
I thought it was Austrian.
Mozart. So
Yeah.
you've gone...
Austria. Or where I have a guess.
I mean, knowing it's Austria and knowing where Austria is.
Yeah,
two very
there's a
different,
huge geographical difference.
You have gone in this Czech Republic.
Ah.
You're in
yeah,
there. But,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
that's near
Austria was
isn't it?
different then, right?
Where is Austria? Oh, we'll find
Where's
out.
Austria? We will find out. Chris, what
But
was
you
your
won't
thinking?
find out from me, because I thought it was Germany-Austrian border,
OK.
known nowadays as the Czech Republic,
Where's
because
Chris?
I'm right next door to you. There we are.
Look at that. Czech Republic getting a lot of love on today's show. Charlene, what did you think the answer might be?
Middle of Germany somewhere.
Middle of Germany somewhere. Where have you gone?
Wow.
Middle of Germany somewhere.
bunched,
Are you
right?
just going to the same... Are you going right in the middle of Europe for every question?
Yeah.
That's good thinking.
We're going to
Law
find
of
out it's in
averages.
Moscow, aren't we?
It is not in Moscow. It's in Salzburg, in Austria. Where's Austria?
Charlene's nicked it.
I think.
Oh!
Hasn't nicked it.
That is very close. That's Salzburg. That looks
I think
to
that's
me
you.
like a tie between Chris and Holly. Point each for both
Wow.
of you. Republic. Here is your last question in this round. Can you find me this, please? The national capital known as the City of 100 Spires. The national capital known as the City of 100 Spires. Do you know this one at home?
I haven't got a clue.
Where is it? I've not heard of that before, City of 100 Spires. Holly, what were you thinking?
I think it's Gay Paris.
Oh, really? Interesting. That's interesting. Where have you put Paris? There we go. That looks near enough Paris to me. Yeah. Chris, what were you thinking?
I thought, I can't get it. Why don't I stick myself right in the middle of Europe?
OK. Where's Chris?
But I might steal something from someone.
Oh, that's not a bad plan.
You are
That's
on the
actually tactic,
you're on the
yeah.
edge of Austria.
Correct.
Charlene, did you have any idea?
I went for Italy, so I went for Rome.
So where have you put Rome?
Well, in the middle of Italy.
Greg, what did you think?
I thought Paris.
Oh, did you? Excellent. OK.
I think my Paris might be further south.
Let's take a look. Very similar. Very similar. I would say, what do you think at home? The actual answer is, where is the City of 100 Spires? Did you know this at home? It is Prague.
Wow.
Prague
Chris!
is the answer. Where is Prague? There it is. That is in Prague, in Czechia, and that's a point for Chris Hollins. Well done. It's the end of that round. Tablets away,
Well done,
please.
Chris.
Let's see where we stand at the end of that round. How did you do there? Greg, you have 2 points.
Chris.
Charlie, you have 3.
Chris,
Holly and
Chris.
Chris out there in the lead with 7 points each.
Wow.
One round to go. Final round. Let's press this buzzer and usher in Answer Smash. You know how Answer Smash works. We'll show you a picture. There'll be a clue underneath. Smash the answers together. If you give me a correct answer, you score a point. Give me an incorrect answer, you will lose 1 point. Very best of luck. The first category, these will be the pictures you see. Famous French people. Who are these people and what are the answers to the clues? Which US talk show host married actor Portia de Rossi in 2008?
I know the second bit, but I don't know the
Second
person.
bit.
I know the second bit. I'm trying to think who the first person must be.
Oh, OK. I'm going to go for it.
Oh, come on, you got to go for it. Go on, Charlene. Yes, Charlene.
Simone de Generes.
Simone de Generes is incorrect, I'm afraid. Shall I give you it? It is...
Coco.
Oh, Coco
DeGeneres,
Chanel and
so
DeGeneres.
hard.
She's not wearing a black dress.
To say she is under that. She's got a little scarf around it.
I thought it was Edith Piaf.
Well done for buzzing in, though. Here's your next famous French person. What is the official currency of Italy, Greece and Germany, among other countries? Yes, Greg.
Gerard Depardieu?
Gerard Depardieu is the right answer. Well done. Gerard Depardieu, the euro. Gerard Depardieu. Here's your next French person and your next clue. What name is given to a written statement made under oath for use as evidence in court? Yes, Holly.
Affidavit, Edith Piaf, affidavit.
Sorry, we have to take your first answer there, Holly. Greg.
Edith Piaf David.
Edith Piaf David, I'm afraid. You went with Edith
that was
for
so-
David.
Well, it's Palladium payback, isn't it?
It is Palladium payback. Here is your next category, and it is Asian flags. So we want the name of the country you're about to see the flag of, followed by the answer to these clues. What is the name given to the police box used to travel through time and space in BBC's Doctor Who? You can all get the second bit, but what is that country? Shall I give you it? What's the second bit?
TARDIS.
TARDIS. It is Catardis. Qatar and TARDIS.
Oh, I didn't.
I don't have green.
Here is your next flag. Which 20th century film director's works include 2001, A Space Odyssey, The Shining, and A Clockwork Orange? Oh, Charlene.
Pakistani Kubrick.
Is it Pakistani Kubrick? Wow. It is not, I'm afraid. The trouble is, we know it must end in Stan, but there's so many of them.
Yeah.
No one wants to lose a point. Thank you for taking one for the team there. Oh, Holly wants to lose a point. What are you saying?
Curtis Stanley Kubrick.
Is it Curtis Stanley Kubrick? This is not Curtis Stanley Kubrick. Either of you want to lose a point?
Absolutely not.
What have you got at home? The answer is Afghanistan Kubrick. Afghanistan Kubrick.
Of course.
Here is your next category. Film musical stars.
Oh, no.
Okay, those will be the pictures. There'll be clues underneath. Which TV sports presenter is the daughter of Sir Kenny Dalglish? That is Chris Hollins.
Jean Kelly Cates.
Well played. Here's your next... Oh, that is the end of... What a nice way to finish with Kelly Cates. How lovely. It's the end of the show. Let's take a look. Holly won Monday's House of Games. Who has won Tuesday's House of Games? It is, of course, Chris Hollins with 8 points. Very well played, Chris. Very nicely done. Super close again. So, Chris, you get your choice of prizes today.
Yeah, thank you, partner, because you won me those points with your spelling.
It's my pleasure.
So, would you like? Do
It
you want
sounds like
to
it.
split the gloves?
Yeah, we'll take one each.
We'll take one each.
So you're going to go for the gloves and give one to Charlene. That's nice. Chris Hollins with House of Games gardening gloves. Chris, very well played. Let's take a look at the weekly leaderboard as we stand at the end of 2 days. Charlene, you have 2. Greg, you have 4. We have joint leaders, 7 points
Wow.
each. Chris and Holly.
Well done.
3 days to go down. We're sharing the points out between all 4 of you all week as well, I suspect. I will see you again, same time, same place tomorrow. We'll see you here as well on the House of Games.
Quality.
I know.
I cannot wait to use this.
I know.